So applying to colleges can be very, very stressful and overwhelming. And that really comes down to the application materials, those essays and the statements that you put together. But they're becoming more and more important, especially since a lot of schools are going test optional. So you want to make sure that your statements, your essays, your application is bulletproof. But there are these common errors that students constantly make in their application. So what I want to do is I want to go through the top 7 common mistakes so that you can avoid them and have an outstanding application for college. And while we'll do that, we might as well take a tour of one of the best colleges in the world, Harvard College. So mistake number 1 is not answering the question that's being asked by the school. Make sure you answer it, but also make it a creative response to that question. But answer that question, because otherwise the school will get annoyed. Random side note, John Harvard over there, that's not actually his real face. They had to create it because they never knew what he actually looked like. So mistake number 2 is being inauthentic or disingenuous. Just kind of feeding the school what you think they want to hear rather than really speaking truth about who you are. So make sure that your essays are authentic, truthful about you. If the school doesn't accept you, then that's not the right school for you. You want to find that school that fits who you are as a person, and you are honest about it. Mistake number 3 is essentially taking essays from other schools and repurposing it for the school that you are applying to. They'll see right through that. You want to make sure that those essays are tailored to that school and not necessarily just repurposed across the board. Another mistake is the lack of structure, focus, clarity in terms of responding to it. When you don't have flow and structure in terms of your essays, it will just be lost. It'll be anchorless. Covered these a lot in terms of the videos that we've provided for our applicants in terms of using the ABCs of the personal statement, using CLAP for the different schools, using STAR in terms of understanding where to kind of flow. So there's so many different ways that you can structure your essays to really be clear, concise, and responsive to the questions that are being asked. So this one's easy. Another classic mistake is not paying attention to the word count required for the essay. Make sure that you adhere to that. Maybe plus minus a couple of words, but really stick to it because the school created it so that you could be cogent and concise in your responses to that essay. Another critical part is don't rush the application. A lot of people try to leave it to the last minute and quickly kind of piece them together. If you are not moved by the essay, then that will not be reflected in the essays. And just like you rushed it, the school will rush reading it and won't admit you. So make sure, it's very important, that you take your time. Do not rush your applications. Now, number 7 is an obvious one, and a lot of people don't adhere to it, which is please proofread your essay, syntax, grammar, the whole 9. Read it, get somebody else to read it and review it. Just make sure that they're bulletproof. Last thing you want to do is submit an essay that hasn't been reviewed properly and then you regret when you review it later and find out you made a bunch of errors. So make sure that you proofread every single part of your application. Well, I hope you found this useful and help get you on the right track to success. If you have any questions for us, please post them below. We'll do our best to get back to you with further resources. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this tour of the beautiful campus of Harvard. I spent a year here doing my master's degree, and it was an incredible, incredible experience. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to working with you on your college applications.